What's going on? Startups, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and side hustlers everywhere. Today's Seven Figures Club podcast guest is Simon Severino. Simon is coming all the way to us from Austria. Vienna, Austria. Is that right, Simon?
Correct.
Perfect. Well, here's the deal, guys. For all our business owners out there, for all of you looking to get into the Seven Figures Club, the 5% of business owners that make $1 million a year, Simon helps business owners, especially those who are in services or in, SaaS type business, software as a service. He helps those business owners discover how to run their company more efficiently, which results in sales that soar. And during these uncertain times, we're all looking to increase our sales. He also creates strategy sprints, which is a method that doubles revenue in 90 days. So if you're interested in learning how to double your revenue, you're going to want to take notes with today's podcast. He also helps business owners get out of the weeds and start working on their business instead of so much in their business. Simon is the CEO and founder of Strategy Sprints, which is a global team of certified strategy sprints coaches. And he offers a customized strategy to help clients gain market share and work in weekly sprints, which results in fast execution. He's also a Forbes Business Council member, as well as myself. So it's always nice working with a fellow Forbes Council member. And he helps businesses execute fast. He's also a contributor to Entrepreneur Magazine and a member of the Duke Corporate Education. So Simon, welcome to the show.
There are over 32 million businesses in the US, and over 90% of them will never break seven figures in annual sales. So how do we as entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs break into that seven figures club? This podcast will relentlessly share the secrets, strategies, and tactics I've used to create 3 multi-seven figures businesses and bring in even more successful entrepreneurs than me to share their inspirational stories and tactics to success. You can create your dream business and life right now. So buckle up and let's go.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
All right. Well, Simon, we'd love to find out a little bit more about your background and specifically some of the events that led you to become an entrepreneur and then serve other entrepreneurs. So share, if you would, for a few minutes, some of your background and what led you down that path towards entrepreneurship and maybe also into, the business that you run today.
Yeah, that's pretty simple. I'm utterly unemployable, so I had to create my own job.
I hear you. That's me and probably a lot of the audience listening. We are unemployable. We'd rather work 80 hours a week on our own business than 40 hours a week on someone else's.
That's it. Simple as that. And, I was seeing things that were broken and I was like, maybe we can do this better. So I was working in a global consultancy and we were having some impact, but also many things were standard and industry benchmarks that I did not want to accept anymore. I was like, no. The life of entrepreneurs is changing. Why are our tools not changing? For example, we would fly there and have a 3 days workshop, but their life was changing. Their life was not, okay, in 7 weeks, I will ask my coach. So I make a list of things. And when the coach comes, then I will have a workshop. Their life was completely changing, and we're talking pre-pandemic. So I was like, what do I actually need as an entrepreneur? Because meanwhile, I was also a small business owner. And so when I was looking for a coach, I was looking for something completely different. I don't want somebody in 6 weeks to come and talk to me for 8 hours. I need something completely different. I need something like Spider-Man who has his friend, the guy in the chair, right? And so I'm in action and I need right now somebody that I can ask, should I kick the left door? Should I kick the right door? And he goes, give me a second, Simon. And then says, kick the left door, right? I've just analyzed the floor, go left. So this is what entrepreneurs need. And on some days, I need to ask 5 times for 2 minutes. The next day, I need nothing. And then maybe in another day, I need something in the middle of the night. This is what entrepreneurs actually need. I was like, how can I invent that? And so went on my own, did my own thing. We created Strategy Sprints, which is now exactly that. So the entrepreneurs are in action. They are faced with incredible complexity, volatility, uncertainty. Everything is thrown at them. And workshops are not helping. So you need your guy in the chair. And so we are now the guys in the chair. We are the Strategy Sprints coaches.
That is a great metaphor. I love that. Yeah. And so what he's referring to, guys, in the most recent Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man's friend, Ned Leeds, is the character's name in the Spider-Man movies. And Ned's job is he's kind of the tech guy. He's kind of the operations guy behind the scenes, and he can see things that Spider-Man cannot. And so he's really guiding and helping Spider-Man. And that's a great example. And so what you're saying is, you saw, as a global consultant, helping entrepreneurs, that they needed not something every 6 to 8 weeks, but they needed real-time results and people, guidance in real time to help the entrepreneurs succeed and make great decisions. And so that's kind of what led you to creating, the business that you have, which is strategysprints.com. And, one of the topics that you talk a lot about in Strategy Sprints is maximizing your ROL. And this is it's funny you say ROL. We talk about that in business finance and funding. We call it return on loan. What kind of return can you generate on a loan or line of credit to grow your business? But you've got a different ROL. Tell us about this ROL and how it works.
Yeah. So, who came up with the ROL, the return on luck? It was Jim Collins. And I liked it because his question was, why do some teams get lucky and others don't? Everybody's giving their best. Everybody's working hard. Why does luck land on some desks and not on others? And so I continued that questioning and holding space for that. And we have now done around 1,600 sprints. What I see in teams that get lucky is that they explore more territory in the same time. So let's say in a month, you are doing traditional project management, then you are probably just running a bunch of projects, but you are not exploring a lot of territory. In agile project management, that's what we use, you run multiple parallel, very small experiments at once. For example, you remember Tim Ferriss when he was thinking about which book title to come up with? He put $100 into a Google ad and he tested 4 different headlines. And 3 hours later, he had a winner. $100, 3 hours later, he had a winner. And that winner was so solid, just with $100 and 3 hours, he knew he got to explore territory, and he went with the 4 hours work week, which up to today it's a bestseller. So that's how he explored territory quickly, and that's why he's so successful. And most teams and solopreneurs who crush it have a way of quickly testing, of quickly exploring territory, instead of having milestones and plans, etc. Blah blah blah. You don't need that anymore. You need to know what's going on faster than your competitor.
Yeah, no question. And guys, if you have not read books by Jim Collins, I highly recommend that you do. There's some really good ones out there. From Good to Great is one of my favorite Jim Collins books. And one of his other books I recently read is How the Mighty Fall, which is a great book and a really good book for our time right now. But this is an amazing concept that Simon's teaching us about. Maximize your return on luck. And what it ends up coming down to, I think, is you're knocking on more doors. If you're going, you're covering more ground in a project to create a solution or to iterate, a product or service that's going to be more successful. You're doing more instead of just doing small digging into the project. You're going deeper into it. And I think from a sales perspective, same thing. You've got to knock on more doors. You've got to get, your product and service out there. You've got to get to the right strategic partners. And when you do that, your return on luck increases. And so it's kind of, it looks like more massive action, not necessarily more work, but working more effectively, out strategizing, against your competition, because we can all work really hard, but if we don't have the right strategies, then things are going to struggle. And speaking of struggling, we're seeing a lot of tech companies right now, a lot of businesses that are starting to lay off employees, that are seeing their sales slow. And one of the topics that you really focus on helping business owners with is selling in a crisis. And we've got high inflation, potential recession. Most global economists believe there's going to be a pretty decent recession in 2023. So what are some of the keys to selling successfully in a crisis, which I think a lot of people believe we're in?
Super important question. On our YouTube channel, it's 2 years that we are talking about the upcoming recession, why people should own hard assets and what those hard assets is, and how to become the owner of your assets and to really own them, not your keys, not your coins. The preparation for recession is pretty straightforward. It's the standard strategy sprints method. 2 things. One is to concentrate on the vital parts of your business, and the second is to reduce everything else. This is how you get through a recession, because it can take 12 months, 24 months of liquidity pressure and of selling pressure. And then the third part that I would like to talk about is how to sell in a crisis. So how do you sell your offer to everybody else who is in a liquidity crunch? But let's start with the first one. The first is focus on the vitals. What are the vitals? The 3 vitals are: do only continue the activities that increase by 25% your conversion rate, that increase by 25%. So you go through all your activities, right? And you check, do they increase by 25% the conversion rate? Yes or no? Then the sales frequency. So do they reduce sales time or make it easier to retain on the other side? Then yes or no? And then that is sales frequency by 25%. And the third piece is, if you do that, does it make it easy for you to increase by 25% the price for the same offer because it's a better positioning or it's de-risked for the client? So these are the 3 vitals: plus 25% conversion rate, plus 25% sales frequency, plus 25% the price that you can charge for your offer. Those 3 things in recession preparation, this is what you do. You focus on these 3 things, and you put on hold, you put into the backlog the rest. So whole team comes together, all right, to increase these 3 things, let's go through the activities, which one really contribute, let's do more of that, which one do not contribute, let's pause them for now.
A lot of value and gold in everything Simon just shared there, the 3 keys to really selling in a crisis and boosting, your bottom line, getting rid of things that are not working, focusing on those things that can scale, that can increase by 25%. And that is huge when you get really focused on that way. Another topic, and one of my favorite topics that you teach CEOs and business owners, entrepreneurs often, is the importance of letting referral teams do sales for you. And that's certainly been a key to our success here at 7 Figures Funding is using referral teams to really grow and expand our business. Talk to us about some of these strategies of referral teams and how they can be some of your most powerful strategies to grow your sales.
Yeah, the good news is you don't have to do all the sales alone. You can have other people promote you. And, while you sleep, people are promoting your offer. And so there are multiple ways of doing this. 2 systems that we install with our clients is the small JV system and the big JV system. Small JV system is you start by creating a win-win situation with somebody who has the same people that you serve. They serve the same people, but they have an adjacent offer. So for example, you work with entrepreneurs and you are an accountant, and you can cooperate with a lawyer who works with entrepreneur, and you can cooperate with a management consultant who works with entrepreneurs, and a cloud consultant who works with entrepreneurs. Now you have 4 people who can become a referral team to each other, if they trust each other, if it generates more value for their client, then it's a win-win for all of them. So why not having them send an email to their list saying, by the way, my friend Jack, he's an accountant. He can really help you do your crypto tax this year. He's smart. Would you like to meet him? I have an event with him. Or just, hey, this is his website. Go and check him out. You might like him. I like him. So that's, for example, the small JV partners. You start with one per month, then you go to once per week. When you have one per week, now you have 50 people per year promoting you. You have a referral team of 50 people with small lists. Maybe they have 5,000 people, 10,000 people, 15,000 people on their list. It's enough. It's enough. You have something. You are growing list. You are creating value. It's a nice organic way to create both list and value. And of course, it creates also sales because they come warm. It's not completely cold. It's, hey, Jack is my buddy and I trust Jack and I introduce you to Jack. So they come with some pre-trust already, which is a warm sales situation. So that's the small JV system. And this is how you create 50 of those. And we run even masterminds where people can find those JV partners because we bring them together. So the second part is find one big JV partner, a huge platform that can catapult you. This is how using this method, we found Google as our main partner. And so Google says, all right, we want to grow your business digital agency, and this is the accelerator that can do that. Do the strategy sprint. So that's a win-win-win situation where a big brand who wants to move stuff forward but doesn't have the time, the capacity to actually do it, finds partners and partners up and say, all right, and these are the guys who have 40 hours a week to do it. And so that's a win-win-win situation again. So you can find 50 small JV partners per year, and you can find one big JV partner per year. And that can be a great way for organic sales.
Guys, this is huge. Just an amazing value bomb that Simon's sharing here with you. You're going to want to take notes. If you're running on the treadmill, you might want to stop right now and send yourself a text, put this note in your notes in your iPhone or your cell phone. But here's the bottom line, guys. Strategic referral partners is probably the most powerful way to grow your business. There's a strategy called the Dream 100 that was put together by Chet Holmes, a great entrepreneur. And this is exactly what Simon's teaching us. If you have a strategic referral partner who already has your dream client that you want to work with, when you can put together a referral partnership where you refer them business, they refer you business, maybe you're paying them an affiliate referral fee for sending in a client. This is one of the most powerful strategies. And so in our business, we're a business funding marketplace. We've teamed up with over 6,000 business coaches, consultants, trainers, and CPAs who send in thousands of clients who need financing for their business. And it has absolutely driven and propelled 90% plus of the production and the financing that we do for businesses across the country. And it's all powered by this amazing strategic referral partner. And what Simon is saying is right. Like, it doesn't have to be, this huge, overwhelming thing. If you can get one referral partner a week and add them and build a relationship and work and give value to them, and they start sending you clients, this is how you can really scale and grow your business. And probably the most important thing is, unlike, if you run like some kind of Facebook ad or campaign, yes, you might get some clients from that, but they're not going to be warm. They're going to be much more cynical. They're going to take a lot more effort to convert and bring into your community. But if you have a warm market strategic referral partner sending in a warm referral, that client is going to close so much easier, so much quicker. It's going to move at what Stephen R. Covey calls the speed of trust. And that, my friends, is an amazing value bomb that Simon has just shared with us. So one of the other topics that I love that you teach CEOs and entrepreneurs is how to double your revenue in 90 days. What are some of the key focuses that you can put into place over the next 90 days to legitimately have an opportunity to grow revenue that much? What are some of those strategies and what's the mindset with that?
Yeah, let's build on the three things that we discussed before. You focus on the actually sales generating activities. And now we reduce the number of things that you do. So you just need one process and one project. Now, many people go, what? You have no idea, Simon, how much I work. Yeah, I know we can fill a day with things. And I'm like you, I can fill a day easily with stuff. But I only need to grow a business and to scale it globally. I only need one process and one project at a time. Let me unpack this. So the process that you need is awareness. One thing that you do to generate awareness can be YouTube. Then you need an interest piece. How do you move from I see you to, okay, tell me more? Then the awareness piece, the engagement piece. Somebody who's interested but say, can I try this? Can you tell me more? Can I have a demo? And then moving to closing. Okay, now we partner. Now we do commit to work together. And then delivering. Okay, what I promised, I now deliver. And then retaining, which is either cross-sell, upsell, something that, you came for this now. How can we continue creating value? So these 6 pieces, that's just one process, and you need just one activity in each. Now, the project on top of that is just to solve one bottleneck at a time. So there is a conversion rate between these things. Let's say you have 1%, 2%, 5%, 6%, 12%. Now you pick the lowest one and improve that. That's your project. Your project is, let's improve this one. Let's say from engagement to closing, you have a 16% conversion. So your project can be, okay, let's increase that to 20%. Now you have one project. You are solving the one main bottleneck. And bottleneck means it's the weakest part. And when you improve that, it will generally improve the whole flow because this is your bottleneck. So it's not like improving every part a little bit. You are improving the part that will move forward most for your business. So you're doing the most important thing. Now you have just one process. Everybody does just one activity, right? To move people into the next stage. And you have just one project to improve one of those transitions.
Outstanding, guys. So really, it's about getting very focused on a platform that can bring in your clients. You have something of value, a demo, maybe a lead magnet, something valuable where you're giving value before they even come into the community. Now they're in, now you have a chance to work with them, provide value, earn referrals, and really focus in on that one project, that one process, and make it, basically very automated. You're probably going to leverage some technology, have some auto-responding texts and emails, and that's how you can scale. And really, that's the key to breaking into the 7 Figures Club. And it's getting very focused. It's not having so many products and so many things that you're trying to do, but getting very focused on giving a direct result. And I think part of that too is very focused in terms of who you want to serve. If you try to market everybody, you're marketing to no one. So you're getting very clear on who your client is, what niche you're serving, and the result that you're giving them. Well, Simon, a lot of amazing value that you've dropped for us today in strategy sprints. And in this podcast, we encourage our audience to not be passive learners who just passively learn and say, oh, this is great information Simon's sharing, but you've got to go deeper and take action if you're actually going to get into the 7 Figures Club and grow your business. So where can the audience connect up and take the next step today to start putting some of these strategy sprints and CEO formulas to work to really grow their business and double it in the next 90 days?
Many of the tools that we discussed are open source. They can download them for free on strategysprints.com. If they want to hear also our clients and how they solved problems and what the exact steps are, they can go to Amazon and buy Strategy Sprints, the book, which is full of case studies and actual entrepreneurs solving real problems and how they did it. And if they want to talk to us and find out if a sprint coach is the right thing for them to have, like Spider-Man having somebody in their corner, then it's strategysprints.com and just hop on a call with us.
Amazing, guys. So that's strategysprints.com. There's an amazing book that Simon has published. It's called 12 Ways to Accelerate Growth for an Agile Business. Definitely you want to look at getting a copy. One of the quickest ways to, grow your business is to add successful ideas from successful entrepreneurs, starting out with that book and then going deeper. And connecting at strategysprints.com is going to give you the opportunity to really grow your business. And in uncertain times like these, you need to be honing in on proven strategies and formulas to grow your business, because in times like these, the successful business owner will go all in, will learn more, and they will take market share in a recession, whereas a lot of others will not take the action. They'll pull back. And the next 8 weeks is key, right? A lot of people are going to take time off for the holidays. They're not going to be focused. This is your opportunity to build your business and go all in. Yes, still spend time with your family, no question about that, but you're going to really have a chance to do it the right way if you get further proven strategies, and strategysprints.com is going to provide that. Simon, thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast. And remember, everybody, take action so you can join the 7 Figures Club, get a little bit better every day, and good things will happen.
Are you looking for more 7-figure secrets, content, or even how you can launch your own recession-proof business? Then check out 7figures.com. That's the digit 7, FIGURES.com, where we share more videos, stories, strategies, funding solutions, entrepreneurial education, and even the secret business type that's recession-proof. Thank you for listening, and if you're finding value in our podcast, please give us a 5-star and invite others to join the club.